kept your voice inside my phone long after you were gone. I couldn't press delete because it felt like losing you twice in one. Your side of the pillow stayed cold. Your keys were gone from the door, and I kept waiting for your footsteps, like you might come back once more. I told myself that I was stronger, but strength was hard to find when every little thing around me still carried your goodbye. I gave you all my tomorrows, you left me with yesterday. For so long I thought I'd disappear if your love went away. But where the broken pieces bloom, maybe I'll find myself again. Where the darkest nights once lived, maybe there will be a morning then. I don't know how to stop missing you. I don't know when the hurt will end, but somewhere underneath these tears I feel my heart begin again. You were the love I couldn't save, the goodbye I couldn't undo. But where the broken pieces bloom, I'll learn to live without you. I pass the places that we loved, and sometimes I still cry, but now the tears don't feel like drowning, they're just memories passing by. I used to hate the empty spaces you left inside my life. Now I'm slowly filling them with dreams. You never got to see me try. I thought my heart was ruined when you walked away that night. But maybe hearts don't break forever, maybe they break open for the light. I don't need you to come back to know that we were real. I just need to give myself permission now to heal. Where the broken pieces bloom, maybe I'll find myself again. Where the darkest nights once lived, maybe there will be a morning then. I don't know how to stop missing you. I don't know when the hurt will end, but somewhere underneath these tears I feel my heart begin again. You were the love I couldn't save, the goodbye I couldn't undo. But where the broken pieces bloom, I'll learn to live without you. Maybe one day I'll hear our song and it won't hurt anymore. Maybe I'll remember your name without reaching for the door. Maybe I'll love again someday without being scared to fall. And maybe the girl who lost herself was never really lost at all. She was waiting underneath the pain, waiting underneath the tears, waiting for the courage to walk into her own new years. Where the broken pieces bloom, I'll finally see the sky. I'll stop measuring my future by the love that said goodbye. I may always carry memories, but they don't have to hold me down, because the heart you left in pieces is learning how to beat somehow. You were the ending I didn't want, but you're not the end of me. And every scar you left behind is proof that I survived the sea. So let the rain fall softly, let the old memories fade. I'll plant my hope among the ruins of the love we couldn't save. And somewhere in the morning light, I'll finally understand some hearts don't bloom despite the breaking. They bloom because they broke. I kept your last words in my head long after you were gone. Like if I understood them enough, I could somehow make them wrong. I slept beside your memory. I woke up next to pain, and every little piece of us was falling down like rain. I thought I'd never stop loving you. I thought I'd never be free. I couldn't see a life without you, because you were all I could see. But somewhere underneath the sadness, something whispered through the blue. Your life is still waiting for you. What the heart finds after losing you is something I never knew. A little strength beneath the tears, a little courage to make it through. I thought you took my future when you walked away that night, but maybe you only left a space for something that could feel right. What the heart finds after losing you is a woman I forgot to see. I lost the love I wanted, but I found a way back to me. I still miss your hands sometimes. I still remember your eyes. Some memories don't disappear, they just learn to live quietly inside. I don't regret the love I gave you, even though it left a scar. You taught me how completely I could give away my heart. But now I'm learning something harder, how to give that love to me, how to stand alone in silence and still believe in what I'll be. Maybe healing isn't pretty, maybe it takes 1,000 tears. Maybe hope begins the moment we stop running from our fears. What the heart finds after losing you is something I never knew. A little strength beneath the tears, a little courage to make it through. I thought you took my future when you walked away that night, but maybe you only left a space for something that could feel right. What the heart finds after losing you is a woman I forgot to see. I lost the love I wanted, but I found a way back to me. Someday I'll love without the fear that everything will disappear. Someday I'll hold another hand and trust that I can still stand. But tonight I don't need answers, I don't need another name. I just need to believe tomorrow won't always feel this way. So I'll let the tears fall slowly, I'll let the memories fade, and I'll make a little room inside for the life I haven't made. don't come true. You were the love I couldn't keep, but you were never all I had. There's still a sky above me, there's still a future past the past. What the heart finds after losing you is the strength to finally believe that sometimes losing someone is how you find the one you need. And that someone was waiting through every tear I cried. It was me. I lost you, I lost us, I lost the life I thought we'd have. But somewhere in the aftermath, I found my heart again. And this time, I'm not giving it away. You left your silence in my bedroom like a shadow on the wall. I keep staring at the doorway, still expecting you to call. I folded all your letters and hid them underneath my bed. I told myself that I was finished, but I still hear everything you said. We built a world from little moments, thought we'd never watch it fall. Now I'm learning that forever sometimes isn't forever at all. I spent so many nights trying to make the ending change, but some goodbyes are written before we know their names. The sky still knows my name, even after all this rain. Even though you took my heart and left me standing in the pain. The stars still shine above me, though I can't see them through my tears. Maybe there's a life beyond you waiting for me somewhere here. I thought maybe I'm not as lost as I seemed. I stopped wearing the perfume you always said you loved. Not because I hate the memories, I just wanna become enough to walk past our old places without searching for your face. Enough to hear our favorite song and let it simply play. Some nights I still miss you, and I won't pretend I don't. But missing someone doesn't mean I have to keep holding on. My heart is still a little fragile, but it's beating on its own. Maybe being broken is how I learned to come back home. The sky still knows my name, even after all this rain. Even though you took my heart and left me standing in the pain. The stars still shine above me, though I can't see them through my tears. Maybe there's a life beyond you somewhere here. I thought losing you meant losing every beautiful thing I dreamed, but the sky still knows my name. So maybe I'm not as lost as I seem. Maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and the room won't feel so cold. Maybe I'll discover pieces of the girl I was before. Maybe love will find me gently without asking me to bleed. Maybe I'll finally understand that I was always enough for me. And if I still cry sometimes, I'll let the tears come down, because even broken hearts can find their way back around. The sky still knows my name, and the morning knows my face. I survived the kind of goodbye that I thought would end my days. The stars still shine above me, and tonight I see them clear. I don't need you to come back to know that I belong here. You were once my whole horizon, now you're somewhere in the past. And the heart you left in pieces is becoming strong at last. The sky still knows my name, and I'm finally learning mine. I thought you took my future when you walked away. I thought you took my future when you walked away. But the sky still knows my name, and there's another dawn waiting for me anyway. I'm still hurting, I'm still healing, but I'm still here. And maybe that's where hope begins. I still know the shape of your silence. I still remember your goodbye. You walked away so quietly, but it shattered something inside. I kept your name beneath my pillow, like a secret I couldn't lose. Every night I dreamed you'd find me, every morning woke without you. I tried to blame the stars above us, I tried to blame the time, but sometimes two hearts love each other and still can't make it right. I've been living in the after of everything we were, holding on to yesterday like it could bring you back to me. Maybe there's a morning when I stop missing you, when I can hear our old song and not fall apart like I used to. Maybe there's a sunrise that finally feels brand new, when I look into the mirror and see someone stronger than you knew. I don't know when it happens, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll keep walking toward that morning when I stop missing you. I packed away the photographs, but I kept one in my hand, not because I want you back, just because I understand you were a beautiful mistake. A love I won't deny. You taught me how deeply I could feel and how to survive goodbye. Some nights I still break down, some nights I still call your name, but every tear that falls tonight doesn't feel quite the same. I'm slowly learning loneliness isn't the same as being lost. Sometimes finding who you are is worth the pain it costs. Maybe there's a morning when I stop missing you, when I can hear our old song and not fall apart like I used to. Maybe there's a sunrise that finally feels brand new, when I look into the mirror and see someone stronger than you knew. I don't know when it happens, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll keep walking toward that morning when I stop missing you. And if love finds me someday, I won't be afraid to stay. I'll open both my hands and let tomorrow choose its way. I won't need someone to save me, I won't disappear inside their eyes. I'll bring the woman I've become into a love that feels alive. Maybe that's what healing is, not forgetting what we had, but finally believing my future can be better than my past. Maybe there's a morning when I stop missing you, when your name becomes a memory instead of something I hold on to. Maybe there's a sunrise waiting just beyond the blue, and when I finally reach it, I'll know I made it through. You were once my whole world, but my world is growing too, and someday I'll be grateful for the strength I found without you. Tonight I still miss you, tonight I still cry, but tomorrow has a doorway and I'm learning how to try. Maybe healing starts this moment, maybe hope is coming through. I'll keep walking toward that morning when I stop missing you. Goodbye lives in the bedroom, in the silence after 2. I still catch myself pretending that the next sound will be you. Your coffee cup is in the cupboard, your old jacket's on the chair. I know I should stop looking for you, but my heart still finds you there. I gave you all my softer places, every dream I couldn't hide. You promised we'd grow old together, then you left without a fight. I spent so long asking heaven why it had to end this way. Now I'm learning some goodbyes don't need another word to say. I'm still here when the echo ends, still breathing when the memory bends. You took the love we built together, but you didn't take my chance to begin again. I'm still here beneath these scars, still reaching for a life beyond where we are. Maybe losing you broke my heart, but it didn't break who I am. I'm still here, and maybe that's where healing starts. Stopped checking for your messages, stopped waiting for your name. The silence felt unbearable until it slowly changed. Now I walk past our old places, and sometimes I can smile. The memories still hurt a little, but they don't stay for long a while. I thought I'd need your forgiveness to forgive myself somehow, but I finally understand I can choose to heal right now. I don't have to hate the past to leave it where it belongs. I can love what we once were and still know that we were wrong. I'm still here when the echo ends, still breathing when the memory bends. You took the love we built together, but you didn't take my chance to begin again. I'm still here beneath these scars, still reaching for a life beyond where we are. Maybe losing you broke my heart, but it didn't break who I am. I'm still here, and maybe that's where healing starts. One day I'll meet someone who stays, who doesn't make me question love, but I won't chase that day too quickly. I've got enough to heal from us. Tonight I'll sit with all my feelings, I won't run from what I feel, because every tear I let myself cry is another wound that gets to heal. And maybe hope is in a sunrise, maybe hope is simply this: choosing not to give up on tomorrow when today still hurts like this. I'm still here when the echo ends, and I'm becoming myself again. The girl who thought she'd lost her future is beginning to dream again. I'm still here beneath these scars, and they're not chains around my heart. You were a love that changed my life, but you don't get to choose how it ends. I won't erase the years we had, I won't pretend they meant nothing. I'll carry them like faded photographs while I walk towards something new. I'm still here, still breathing. believe in. And maybe that's enough to start again. When the echo finally disappears, I'll hear something underneath. Not your voice, not our goodbye. My own heart still beating for me. I meet myself in the morning. Tonight your side of the bed is cold, and I still reach there in my sleep. It's strange how someone can leave your life and still be someone you keep. I hear your laughter in the hallway. I see your face when I close my eyes. I keep replaying our last conversation, looking for the moment we said goodbye. I wish I'd known it was the ending when you held me that last time. I would've stayed a little longer, I would've memorized your eyes. But I can't go back to yesterday, no matter how hard I try. So I'll let these tears fall freely and stop asking myself why. I meet myself in the morning when the darkest night is through. I wake up with a heart still hurting, but maybe one that's healing too. I won't promise I'll forget you, I won't pretend it doesn't ache. I'll just promise that tomorrow I'll take one more step awake. You were a love I couldn't hold, a dream that slipped away. But I'll meet myself in the morning and find a reason to stay. I put your photographs in a drawer, not because they weren't beautiful. I just need somewhere safe to keep the pieces I can't carry anymore. I used to think that being lonely meant I'd always be alone. Now I'm learning how to sit with silence and make an empty room my home. The tears still come without warning, but they don't feel like they did before. Somewhere between missing you and letting go, I found a door. And maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning how to breathe without waiting for somebody to come back and rescue me. I'll meet myself in the morning when the darkest night is through. I wake up with a heart still hurting, but maybe one that's healing too. I won't promise I'll forget you, I won't pretend it doesn't ache. I'll just promise that tomorrow I'll take one more step awake. You were a love I couldn't hold, a dream that slipped away. But I'll meet myself in the morning and find a reason to stay. Maybe someday someone will love me without making me afraid. Maybe I'll believe in forever without wondering when it'll fade. But until that day comes to find me, I won't rush another heart. I'll learn to love the woman in my mirror before I give somebody else that part. And if I cry for you tomorrow, I'll forgive myself again. 'Cause healing isn't a straight line, it's beginning, ending, beginning again. I'll meet myself in the morning, and I'll open up the blinds. Let the sunlight touch the places where your memory still hides. I may never stop remembering the love we couldn't save, but I won't let what we lost take the rest of my days. You were a chapter in my story, not the ending I was meant to write. So I'll walk into tomorrow with a little more light. Tonight I'll let myself miss you. Tonight I'll let myself cry. But when the morning comes, I'll be waiting on the other side. And maybe I won't be healed yet, maybe I'll still be blue, but I'll meet myself in the morning, and that's enough to make it through. I still remember how you held me like you'd never let me go. Now I'm sleeping with the silence of a love I used to know. Your picture's fading on my nightstand, but I haven't turned it down. It's strange how losing someone can make a whole world feel empty somehow. I wore your promises like diamonds, even when they started breaking. I kept believing in forever, while forever was escaping. I kept the door to yesterday, hoping every night, hoping you'd come walking through it, hoping we'd make it right. But I left the door to yesterday open far too long, waiting for a love that left me suddenly come home. I cried until the tears forgot what they were for. Then I realized I was standing on the wrong side of the door. So tonight I'll close it gently, not because I never cared, but because my heart deserves a life beyond what isn't there. I used to count the little reasons why you might come back to me. Now I'm counting all the reasons why I'm finally learning to breathe. The restaurant where we first met doesn't feel like ours tonight. There's another couple at our table, and somehow that feels right. I thought I'd hate the world forever for moving on without you, but the world kept turning slowly, and somehow I turned to. I'm still carrying the memories, but they don't carry me. There's a difference between remembering and refusing to be free. I left the door to yesterday open far too long, waiting for a love that left me to suddenly come home. I cried until the tears forgot what they were for. Then I realized I was standing on the wrong side of the door. So tonight I'll close it gently, not because I never cared, but because my heart deserves a life beyond what isn't there. Maybe someday I'll love someone who doesn't make me wonder, someone who stays when things get difficult, someone who doesn't run from thunder. But before that day arrives, I have something left to do. I have to learn that being alone doesn't mean I'm missing you. I can miss the way you kissed me. I can miss the way we laughed. I can treasure what was beautiful without trying to get it back. I left the door to yesterday open far too long. Now I'm walking toward tomorrow with my own heart moving on. The tears may come sometimes, and that's okay with me. Every scar is just a reminder of what I survived to be. You were once the love of my life, but you're not the rest of it. There's still 1,000 unwritten pages, and I'm ready to live them. So tonight I'll close that door and let the old wind disappear. I won't be waiting for you anymore. I'm finally waiting for me here. Goodbye to yesterday. Goodbye to who I was. I loved you, I lost you, I survived us. And somewhere beyond that door, my life is waiting. Left the light on in the kitchen, thinking you'd be home by 10. But the clock just keeps on ticking, and the silence settles in. Your coffee mug is sitting where you left it on the shelf, a ghost of a reminder that I'm sleeping by myself. It's funny how the space expands when someone isn't there. I'm reaching for a ghost hand, breathing empty air. And now there's echoes in the hallway and shadows on the floor. I'm waiting for a someday that isn't coming anymore. My heart is like a glass house, shattered by the stone, learning how to be alright with being all alone. I found your sweater in the laundry, still smelling like your skin. It's a heavy kind of haunting, letting all the cold air in. I tried to call your number just to hear your recorded voice, but I hung up before the beep, like I never had a choice. You took the color from the curtains, you took the rhythm from the rain. Now everything is uncertain except for this hollow pain. And now there's echoes in the hallway and shadows on the floor. I'm waiting for a someday that isn't coming anymore. My heart is like a glass house, shattered by the stone, learning how to be alright with being all of your footsteps in the hallway of my dreams. I still wake up in the darkness, wondering what it all could mean. Your coffee cup is gone now, your clothes are no longer here, but somehow every empty corner still whispers that you were near. I thought I'd fall apart forever, I thought I'd never be okay. I counted every lonely midnight, waiting for the pain to fade. And I kept blaming my heart for loving you too much. But maybe love was never weakness, maybe I just gave it all I had. After the love fades, after the tears are gone, I'll find a little piece of me that you never took along. After the memories stop calling out your name, I'll look into the mirror and recognize myself again. You were my almost forever, my sweetest yesterday. But even broken hearts can heal when they stop begging love to stay. I walk past our favorite corner with my hands inside my sleeves. The world kept moving without us, and somehow so did I breathe. I wanted you to come back, I wanted one more chance. But sometimes two people can love each other and still not know how to last. So I'll keep the good memories and leave the pain behind. I won't erase the love we had, I'll just stop living in that time. I don't need another answer, I don't need another lie. Some endings hurt because we loved something we couldn't keep alive. After the love fades, after the tears are gone, I'll find a little piece of me that you never took along. After the memories stop calling out your name, I'll look into the mirror and recognize myself again. You were my almost forever, my sweetest yesterday. But even broken hearts can heal when they stop begging love to stay. Maybe there's a sunrise waiting past this endless blue. Maybe there's a version of me who doesn't wake up missing you. Maybe all these broken pieces were never meant to disappear. Maybe they'll become the windows that let a little light come in here. And if love finds me again, I won't be afraid to try. I'll give my heart a softer place where it doesn't have to die. After the love fades, I'll finally see the dawn. I'll realize that losing you didn't mean my life was gone. After every lonely night, there will be another day, and every tear I cried for you will slowly wash away. You were my almost forever, but I'm becoming someone new. I can thank you for the memories without belonging to you. And if my heart still aches sometimes, I'll let the feeling forgetting. It means I'm finally free at last. After the love fade, I will still be here. After the tears fade, I will still believe. Maybe losing you wasn't the end of love. Maybe it was the beginning of finding me. Of finding me. I still wake up before the sunrise, with your name inside my head. For a moment I forget you're gone, then I remember what you said. You told me love was getting harder. I told you we'd find a way, but you were already letting go while I was begging you to stay. Now the silence in the kitchen, 2 cups became just one. I never knew an empty chair could hurt this much when you're gone. I gave you all my yesterday, I gave you all my dreams. Now I'm learning how to live again, with nothing in between. But there's a little light after you, somewhere underneath the blue. I can't see it clearly yet, but I know it's coming through. There are tears I still have to cry. There are nights I won't get through, but maybe my heart isn't dying. Maybe it's learning something new. You were the darkest goodbye I've ever had to walk into. But there's a little light after you. I pass the street where we first kissed, and I don't turn around. The memory still hurts sometimes, but it doesn't pull me down. I stopped checking if you're online, stopped hoping you'd call. I'm finally realizing I don't need you after all. Not because I stopped loving you, not because it wasn't real. I just can't keep breaking myself for something time can't heal. So I'll take my heart in both my hands and hold it through the pain. Maybe every tear that falls tonight is washing out your name. There's a little light after you, somewhere underneath the blue. I can't see it clearly yet, but I know it's coming through. There are tears I still have to cry. There are nights I won't get through, but maybe my heart isn't dying. Maybe it's learning something new. You were the darkest goodbye I've ever had to walk into. But there's a little light after you. One day I'll wake up laughing and it won't feel wrong somehow. One day I'll love the life I'm living without wishing you were here now. And maybe someone will hold me without making me afraid. Maybe I'll believe that love can stay instead of fade. But until that day finds me, I'll be gentle with this heart. I don't have to be completely healed to know I'm making a new start. There's a little light after you, and tonight I finally see it too. It's hiding in the morning sky. It's living in the things I do. I still carry every scar, but they don't tell me who I am. You broke my heart, but you didn't break the woman I can become again. You're the ending I couldn't choose, the goodbye I never knew. But I found something beautiful in the ashes left by you. There's a little light after you, and this time I'm walking toward it too. Goodbye to what we used to be. Goodbye to yesterday. I won't forget the love we had, but I won't let it make me stay. The night is almost over. I can feel the morning come. There is still a little light, and maybe I'm becoming one. When the tears turn to light. Your side of the bed is empty, but I still leave the window open. Like some part of me keeps waiting for the words we never spoken. I deleted your number slowly, but I couldn't erase your name. Funny how a heart can break and still beat through the pain. I spent so many nights wondering what I could have done, trying to hold a love that was already gone. But when the tears turn to light, I'll find my way through the night. When the memories stop hurting, I'll know I'm gonna be alright. You were the love I couldn't keep, the dream that slipped away. But losing you won't steal the rest of all my beautiful days. And when my broken heart can breathe, I'll finally understand. Sometimes goodbye is not the end. It's where I learned to stand. I still remember your laughter, like a song beneath my skin. I still wonder if you miss me, but I won't let that pull me in. There were promises like forever, there were plans beneath the stars. Now they're only faded pictures of two people falling apart. I thought I'd never wake without reaching out for you. Now every morning teaches me there's something else I can do. When the tears turn to light, I'll find my way through the night. When the memories stop hurting, I'll know I'm gonna be alright. You were the love I couldn't keep, the dream that slipped away. But losing you won't steal the rest of all my beautiful days. And when my broken heart can breathe, I'll finally understand. Sometimes goodbye is not the end. It's where I learn to stand. Maybe I don't need an answer, maybe I don't need to know. sadness I can see, there is still a little light that belongs only to me. And when the tears turn to light, I'll walk into the morning sky. I won't be the girl who lost you, I'll be the girl who survived. You were a chapter in my heart, but you're not my final page. The love I gave was never wasted, it helped me find my way. And when my broken heart can breathe, I'll open up the door. I don't know who I'll become yet, but I know I'm worth much more. So goodbye to the love I couldn't save. Goodbye to yesterday. I'll take these tears and let them fall, then watch them turn to light someday. I'm still healing, I'm still hurting, but I'm still here. And maybe that's enough to begin again. I woke up reaching for you before I remembered you're gone. For one little second I was happy, then the silence proved me wrong. Your picture's still beside my pillow, though I promised I'd put it away. I guess the hardest part of losing you is losing you a little every day. I keep asking the ceiling what I did to make you leave, but some questions have no answers, and some hearts just have to grieve. Maybe someday when my heart lets go, I won't see your face in every shadow. Maybe these tears will finally dry, and I won't need to know the reason why. You were everything I wanted, everything I couldn't keep, but maybe losing you is how I find what's left of me. And when the pain becomes a memory, when your name no longer breaks my soul, I know I didn't lose my whole world. I just lost someone I couldn't hold. I passed the cafe where we first met, and I still slow down outside. There's a ghost of us sitting by the window, laughing like we never said goodbye. I used to think love meant forever, now I know forever can end. But I don't wanna hate the memories just because we couldn't make it to the end. So I'll stop chasing yesterday, I'll stop begging time to rewind. If you were never meant to stay, then maybe I was meant to find a different kind of love, a love that starts with mine. Maybe someday when my heart lets go, I won't see your face in every shadow. Maybe these tears will finally dry, and I won't need to know the reason why. You were everything I wanted, everything I couldn't keep, but maybe losing you is how I find what's left of me. And when the pain becomes a memory, when your name no longer breaks my soul, I know I didn't lose my whole world. I just lost someone I couldn't hold. Tonight I'll cry one final ocean for the future we never knew. I think the love that once was ours then led the way, just carry me through. I don't need to forget you to finally say I'll be ready for the light.